Welcome to the next edition of the Unranked podcast.
The next edition.
The 334th edition of it. I am Tom Caswell with my boys Dan Weine.
Hello.
And Tuna Targaryen.
Hello.
Now, before we get started here, I want to do a little treat. Obviously, Wolf's Law in the chat here. So we're going to do a little something special for him and also all the video watchers because you can go to
we are
YouTube.
live. Unless
We
you're
are
listening
live.
to this not live, which
We
case
are
we
live.
were live.
We are live. If you're listening now, you can go to youtube.com/unranked podcast to watch the recording after the fact. The video pod is free to everyone now. You can go check it out there. And if you sign up for the Patreon, $5 or more, you will be able to tune in live every week. So for 335, the 335th edition of the pod, you'll be able to jump in. So I went to our Patreon today because I have to upload the link to Patreon, right, for the live stream beforehand. Sure. And the banner on Patreon is that photo we took at that party at E3. It's a fantastic photo of the three of us, the black and white
5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to show.
That long ago?
I want to show.
Pretty sure it's 5 years ago.
No, it was 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Yeah. So I want to show. I'm bringing this up here for
Maybe.
the live stream of the video chat. Actually, and then maybe I should share my screen here with you guys so you can see.
Do you see?
What is happening?
He's trying to share the screen, I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to show my screen. So you guys see this, right?
I know the picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. There's the
So
This isn't my first time.
this photo.
Are we just analyzing the photo?
So I noticed something in this photo that I had mistaken for years.
You noticed something in this you thought Chris had longer, like a mullet?
No, it wasn't. What, the shadow?
Yeah, I guess.
You're on the right track, Tuna.
I'm
But
on
that's
the right
not
track.
that's not what I noticed. This could have been the game for the week.
All right. I'm on the right track with that.
Was he not wearing an unranked shirt?
He was just wearing it under a button down, but that's not what I noticed. We don't have to play the guessing game unless you want to.
I
can't think.
I'm good with you just telling us. At this point,
Okay.
but I
Chris
don't
and
know.
I are not really smiling, and you and Dan are.
No. So for years, I thought Dan had his hand on my shoulder, but it's just the design.
Oh.
What do you mean? That's my cartoon paw, Tom.
So the full image is it's a full body
Yes.
shot, if not more. So
Yes.
the hand is a very small, the hand, quote unquote,
Right.
is a very small detail. But it wasn't until it was kind of blown up on this and I was looking at the Patreon that I'm
Sure.
like, oh, Dan was really, because he's got a huge grin on his face. I was like, he's being real chummy in this photo.
Now that you've pointed it out, it looks...
Like he's got a little Mickey Mouse hand on my shoulder.
it
It
does.
looks like a cartoon cat head to me.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can go to the Patreon and check it out, and check it out in the video part of the week, of this week. But yeah, that was funny, and I was like, oh my god, that's funny. That is funny. All right, lads, 334, Pokémon number 334.
Yeah.
Alita Battle Angel. No, what is this?
What?
thing? It's something. Alicia.
Altaria?
Altaria.
Yeah, so we talked about this last week, that we're in a territory now where I think, at least I don't, again, I don't know if Dan does, but where I don't know any of these Pokemon. I've never seen them before.
Nothing.
So I think going forward, maybe next week or the week after, we'll start to just give Dan and me the names,
And
and we're going to guess what it looks like.
Oh, okay. Have you looked at this one yet?
This one we
yeah,
looked at
I have it
because
right
we
in front of me.
knew
Last week.
Yeah, we knew last week. Yeah, and I actually think last week was dog shit.
Swablu, yeah, garbage.
Oh my
Pokemon.
god, absolutely garbage. This one actually, the design is pretty good, and actually the Mega Evolution.
The
on this
Mega
bad boy
is pretty great.
Mega.
This thing
Yeah.
looks like a bird that got stuck in a bubble bath.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's funny you bring that up because one of the images on Bulbapedia is it wet?
Oh.
Yeah, the Mega is cool. I've been finding that I've been finding that the megas for the most part have been a hit. There are very, very few mega evolutions that I've seen that we've come across so far in our journey that I've been like, oof, big miss. Most of them have been pretty fire, and it would be great if they came back for more in the next Pokemon, Scarlet and Violet. Wolf's Law brings us some trivia about Altaria. He's been championing the bit to bring this to us. Altaria is the only Dragon-type Pokemon that is also immune to Dragon-type moves.
Wait,
Tuna,
what?
yeah, that's what he says. That's what
All
he
right.
says.
So
Here's my guess now, because
shit, this is really
don't go to.
Oh my god!
Don't go to the name. Don't go to the name origin yet. Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
All right.
Usually, you're pretty good at guessing these, despite the fact that they're all very mysterious. It's very hard to know what any Pokemon is named. But what is your guess for Altaria? Because I got to tell you, this one is I would not know.
I mean,
Why?
I'm pretty sure I got this. I think I have it in the bag.
Okay.
Alternate. Atari.
No.
Because it looks like an Atari, but from like a different universe, so it's like an alternate version.
I think it's a combination of altar, like you'd go to pray to an altar, and diarrhea.
And what?
And diarrhea.
And diarrhea. Is it a
Altaria.
combination of alternate and aria?
Oh, what Aria, like Arya Stark?
Yeah.
So you were correct with Aria, which is Italian
No.
for air.
Oh,
You should have known that, Tuna.
I knew that.
You lost an Italian point right there.
I knew it. I was just trying
He knew.
I was trying to play off for the game.
It means it's a musical term for a single voice, aria. And then the first word alto, Spanish, Portuguese, and Italian for high, music name for between a tenor and a soprano.
Oh, you know.
Yeah. Baritone at the bottom there.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, bass
Nice
is at
hair,
the bottom.
Tuna.
Yeah, your hair looks great. It's messy from a day's work.
It's messy from a day's work.
Now he looks like
a
Eraserhead from Dave Lynch. Oh my god, he's able to really. Oh my god, can you do a Wolverine? Is that what you're going for? It that didn't work at all.
I can't.
He just looks like.
Looks like I got a mushroom head.
Yeah, that's great.
So here's what happened. This is why my hair now is as long as it is.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy.
Hold on,
that
I have a guess.
Sure.
You didn't get a haircut in a while.
That's accurate. But the underlying reason. So the underlying reason is that the guy I usually go to for 2 straight haircuts didn't give me a good haircut. I didn't like it. I really did. I thought he cut it too short, and he had been really good in the past. And actually, I was going to that barbershop because I liked the owner. The owner gave me amazing haircuts, but again, it's one of those situations where he's so popular that when I walk in, I'm like, I'm not waiting 2 hours for this.
Schedule an appointment.
No, you can't. Can't schedule an appointment with this guy.
Why not?
So he doesn't take appointments. He's that cool.
Sure? Are you sure? Or did you not ask?
Doesn't take appointments.
The guy, I've never seen anybody come in and be like, "I'll be ready to
If
clock."
it's a barbershop.
Oh
they
my
take appointments.
god, so you don't know.
Anyway,
Just call up and be like, "Can I make an appointment?" And he'll be like,
all right.
"Yeah, lots
So
of."
I didn't want to go back to him. So I went to another barber closer to me, actually. So I was like, "Oh, okay, maybe this will be good." Walk in, sit down, immediately with the talking, immediately. And he wants to talk my ear off. And if anyone knows, I don't want to do it. I don't care. I don't care about what you're talking about. I'll, cordially be involved and engaged. But he starts with the MAGA. And
Wait, what?
He starts with the MAGA talk. And then he was talking. We got to the point.
Don't you know this guy?
No, you're not paying attention. I went to the neck. I said I went to a barber.
Oh, okay.
That
Sorry.
was closer to my house because I didn't like this guy. I didn't like the haircuts that he was giving me, so I switched it up. Went to a new guy. He ended up being MAGA City, and it ended up being that it was really awkward. One of the last things he said was the Democrats are feeding babies to each other in a cult in Texas. So that I was like, I can't go back. I can't do it. I cannot go back to this guy.
Oh, so this okay, gotcha. So
This
this
was
is
the
the first
second
guy.
guy. No, this is the second guy.
Okay.
Then there was a third guy that I was like, all right,
This
one
is a
last.
children's like fairy tale thing.
No,
the
but
wolf
then
went to
this-
house 1. The guy was MAGA, so he went to house 2.
So then the third guy was also
That's right.
MAGA. The
Oh
third
my
guy-
God! You got to get out of Long Island, bro.
No,
What the fuck?
I
Did he
was
also
like-
believe about the baby cult, or
No,
did
he
think
didn't
that
bring
was
up
nonsense?
that. He just brought up about
Sorry, the baby
econ-
eating cult. It's
Yeah,
not a
the
cult
baby
of
eating
babies.
cult.
It's
He
a
just
cult of
brought-
people, cult of Democrats specifically.
Right. No, he just wanted to talk about the economy. And of course, then he asked me what I did, and I'm like, oh no, like I don't even want like I wish that I could just go someone needs to open a
I went to a
barbershop.
bar. I went to get my haircut today, Tuna. The conversation I had was, "Hey, how you doing?"
Mhm,
Yeah.
He said you could sit in this chair,
mhm.
and then he turned to me and goes, "What do you want to do?" I
Yeah.
told him I want to do. No more words were done.
I
and
know.
said,
I mean,
I don't
that's
know-
the best.
I don't know how Tuna has. There's been enough conversation for you to even get to a point where you get to politics.
No,
I've never once
even the
chatted-
guy-
Yeah.
Even
I've
the
chatted to
guy
the
that
point
I
where,
like,
talk about work,
even
but
the
not.
owner of the first barbershop that I was
Tuna was like this. The guy was like, so how you doing? He's like, well, the baby at home.
I mean,
it's
the farther you get
been
away
very
from New York
tough. Very
City-
tough recently. He's like, oh, baby, you know, the Dems in Texas,
Tom.
they're eating the babies.
The further you get from New York City on Long Island, the more Trumpy it gets.
Oh, I know.
so. But even the first guy,
It's so fucking
the
funny.
guy that I like, the owner of the barbershop that I like, even he, once he found out what I did, it was like Conversation City. It was I don't want to have a conversation. Just cut the hair.
I don't want to talk about my
Junie,
job.
you
You're
gotta
right,
go to
yeah.
you gotta go to my guy. He's not the best hair cutter, but his conversation skills are terrible.
But that's what I don't want a bad hair. Anyway, let's get to what Tom texted us.
Oh,
He texted us,
That's true.
I have discerned why cable TV still exists,
right.
and more importantly, why cable TV advertising still exists. We'll share more on the podcast no sooner. Folks, that was last Friday.
Yeah, he waited a whole week just
He
to
was-
say whatever the hell he can't remember.
Right. And then I brought it up to him today and I said, "Oh, I've been waiting with bated breath for this cable TV thing." And Tom went, "What are you talking about?"
I remember that I texted you. It's funny though because I knew that you wouldn't be waiting with bated breath, but the fact that I said that I would do it no sooner meant that you were like, "What the fuck?" No. So Brooke and I went to dinner at what I didn't realize was a sports bar, but it was a sports bar.
What is a sports bar to you?
A place with like a shit ton of TVs.
Okay.
On the wall, playing sports mainly.
Okay.
So we wanted to go to a new place that we hadn't been before because we've been going to our regulars if we've been going anywhere. And I was like, well, we're super close to the waterfront. Like, let's go eat on the river because we've never really done that except for the one time we went to PF Chang's when we were like really fucking hungry for lunch. And that just happens to be on the river. So I went to this place, and
Do you want the rights to that story? Like, is there a movie coming out about that story? That
pretty
that
sure at the end of
tangent?
it-
well, I'm trying to move to
$5
the sequel,
something.
but you're sticking on this. So we get to the place, and it is a sports bar. And I did not, from the photos that I was looking at of the outside, I couldn't tell. The food looked really premium, so I was like, I don't think it's a sports bar, but it was. It was a very nice dinner. Walk in, and there is. When they have screens that are made up of just like patches of squares?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was gigantic, and it was right behind the bar. And so people sitting at the bar are like 6 feet away from like something that is like a 2-story tall like screen. It was unbelievable. And I was like, this is like having a fucking billboard in the bar because there was all the commercials. And I was like, oh, you think like, why is cable TV still around? Like, cable TV advertising is such a profitable market. Like, no one's watching cable. It's this shit that's keeping it in business. You're at the bar, you're having a couple of drinks, you got a fucking billboard in your face that's like, get this medication for your dick or buy this car. You're gonna be like,
there's a
I
problem
need to
with that
get some
logic.
fire.
This is what I waited a week for.
There's a problem
I
with this
thought
logic,
there was
and it's
going to
also
be.
like a shitty thought more than like I've figured it out type thing.
I thought, man, wow.
First of all, those commercials for the dick pills or whatever you're saying are all
dick pills.
or they're all listening commercials. You can't hear them at a sports bar, so that's useless. You're just watching stock fucking footage.
But that's
all you're
fine.
watching.
That's all you need. You don't need the
But-
audio. You're just getting the images blasted into your eyes.
Here's the other thing. Cable TV still exists because old people.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. I would love to see what the networks look like when we're in our 50s. Because those are not like the basic channels. I don't know anyone our age that watches those.
Outside of
I
live
see what
sporting
you're saying.
events on them, never.
Right. The sporting event is what keeps you. Actually, that's a lie. I watched The Bachelorette and Big Brother and Survivor.
And Survivor.
Yeah. But that's not enough to keep a channel going.
Is it? Is it not enough? I don't know.
I don't think so. Because then maybe it'll just be CBS Plus or whatever the hell they have.
Paramount.
No, is Paramount CBS?
Paramount Plus, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind. Talk amongst yourselves. I need water.
Talk amongst ourselves. Dan, what have you been up to? What's life?
Let's see. I've been working hard. I went in a full hour this week. No, I had work last weekend, but this week I found out my boss was not going to be in, so I did enough to show my face so that if anyone asked, I was there. But
Okay.
besides that, I was playing video games,
When
including
you say there, do you mean just like in? Like,
in the
are you
office.
going to the office?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I've been playing video games a lot
have you
and
been
watching TV.
What have you been
More Fall Guys, more a little Mafia 3, which is harder to get through than the first two because
Oh, you played? So you played through 2?
I played through 2. I'm done with 2.
Okay.
I'm on 3. I'm not loving it, as I was told
3,
I probably wouldn't.
Yeah, 3 is the one that people are like the most
Well,
do not
here's
like.
the problem. When you think
Okay.
of like the Mafia, right? What cities do you think of first?
New York City, Chicago.
That's correct. Those are the 2 cities. So the first
This
2
is
games,
Louisiana, right?
Or New
yeah, the
Orleans.
first 2 games, Chicago, New York
Yeah.
City, and it all makes sense like that. And then all of a sudden, in the third game, you're in Louisiana,
New Orleans.
post Vietnam, and you're like, okay, I don't know anything about the Mafia there, so that's kind of weird. And then,
I think that's accurate. I mean, it's accurate though, probably, right? It's just not.
well,
there's
there's of course some mob down there, like probably everywhere. There's some people, but
Wait,
either
is this
way,
game
like,
about the Italian mafia or just any mafia?
the first 2 were. The third one's more about the Italian mafia is involved, but so is like the Haitian mafia and the just general black mafia down there, and it all takes place in made up city Louisiana, which I'm assuming is supposed to be New Orleans because they're all made up cities. Yeah, and it's a little different, but yeah, I'm trying to play my way through it. Hopefully, get to a better part.
Okay. Yeah, I heard that. I was excited when Mafia 3 was going to come out because I hadn't played any of the others, and I was like, "Oh, great, cool!" And like a new Mafia. Its story has nothing to do with the others. Like, and
First 2 stories.
I thought
And
Louisiana was
they do have a
like
connecting piece. Like all the stories connect barely, but they all
bit.
connect.
And then the other thing was like I also thought Louisiana as a setting was very cool, very different. Obviously, there's a ton of games set in New York City, a few set,
Yeah.
And then Chicago is like New York but lesser.
Yeah,
Sorry to
honestly,
anyone who lives in Chicago.
until they said it was like until I looked it up and it was supposed to be Chicago, I was
You were like,
confused
oh,
as
just
to whether it was
New
in
York
New York
City.
or not.
You're like, what's this bean doing here? We
Well,
don't
because
have
it's all
this.
fake. There's no like it's all
Right,
fake
it's not.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's not like actually.
Not Liberty City, right?
Yeah, no, it's like what do they call it? Empire City was New York.
Empire City.
And
It's the
I
Big
forget
Apple.
what the first one was called, but it was another nickname-ish thing.
Big Pear?
Sort of.
Probably called it the Big Pear. Well, I wish you luck on that journey.
Yeah.
Anything else other than that in Fall Guys?
got the infallible.
Yes, congrats. I mean, infallible.
Steve- I was
right,
playing
of
with
course it's
yeah.
fun. Right.
Steve and I were playing today and figured out that the newest Yidis themed game mode makes it very easy to compared to how easy it was before, very easy to achieve the achievement because not just one person can win. Anyone who finishes all 3 rounds wins. So I know Tuna said he'd go after it soon.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna give it the old
because
college
Tuna
try.
loves 100%ing things, and this is his only.
I
chance.
do. This is the only chance I'm gonna have to 100% this, because the other ones are easy. The other ones are just keep playing and you'll do it. So, yeah.
Tuna, what have you been doing / playing?
I've played some Fall Guys with Dan, but not a ton. In other news, you guys already saw this, but the baby is standing. So she's a standing babe.
Like standing,
standing up on her own, ready to go, ready to walk. But other than that, standard fare.
Standard fare. Okay, yeah.
Works work. I'm just tired. We tried this new boba tea place, which was fucking incredible. It's called Yas Tea.
Okay.
On Long Island.
It should be called Nas Tea, like nasty.
It's pretty good. It's in Farmingdale or Huntington. It's absolutely delicious. It's the best boba I've ever had in my life.
Are you a boba fan? Are you like a...
No, I really wasn't. Now I am. It's just that every boba tea I've ever had, the tapioca shit was like chewy and not tasty and like
slimy.
Crap. But this one, these are fucking primo. So it's fantastic. Like it's a brand. It's kind of like the way
whole new world, baby.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you meet someone who says something like, I don't know, like they say like, oh, I don't like mushrooms. And you find out like the reason they don't like mushrooms is because the person who made them for them their entire lives absolutely murdered them. And like they're shit.
Yep.
Right. But they just haven't had a good one.
I don't like mushrooms.
To me, boba tea was like, all right, like who cares? But now that I've had the primo boba, now I'm all
what sell me on boba tea as someone who has no real idea what the difference is between that and anything else.
You get a bigger straw. It's able to suck up the tapioca pearls that are these tiny little tapioca balls that are chewy but also tasty. That's really it.
That's it, baby.
I believe I said sell me on it. Don't describe it to me. But
I'm not good. I'm not a good salesman. I'm not very good. Like I could never sell. I could never sell you this pen.
I've seen people drink boba tea before. I'm not a tea person. I'm not.
Well, this one actually,
you
can get other drinks other than tea. There's coffees. There's kind of dessert kind of like drinks. So it's pretty good.
There we go. Okay. Any other games or anything like that?
No, just Fall Guys.
So I last Thursday I couldn't make it. I went to a show. It was the hottest day of the fucking year that day.
Yeah, let me tell you something. The fact that you went with Giovanni Colantonio and did not invite Dan or me.
You want to go see Lucy Dacus and hop along?
I'm pretty sure. Was there
wait, who was the second band, Tom?
Hop Along.
I saw them in concert less than a week later.
Oh, really?
They came.
Where?
They came to my town.
There you go. So I should have invited Dan then.
Well, so, I didn't know who they were until I saw them, but my buddy wanted to go.
Was there alcohol at this event?
Well, we had a couple of
was there alcohol?
Couple of calls.
Answer the question.
Yeah. You could buy alcohol.
Okay. Right. So there was alcohol at the event. It was outdoors. It was probably like, who cares who's playing? You just didn't want to invite us.
It's not
you were
that I
embarrassed.
didn't want to invite you. And what's funny is I did have an extra ticket to give away. But I didn't think either of you would want to come to Central Park.
Only one way to find out.
I didn't even think about it, if I'm being honest.
I mean, that's even worse that you didn't even think of us. It's actually worse than you thinking of us. Any
event.
This is that's worse than you thinking of us and saying, well, Tuna has a kid, so maybe he wouldn't come, and Dan works a lot, so he probably wouldn't want to come. No, you didn't even think of us. That's how low we are on the friendship totem pole.
Any event I'm going to.
I've never not invited you to
Tuna wants to have the invite extended so he can politely decline or ignore the text.
Right. So anyway, so we went. It was really hot. It was a great show, though. Saw Nope. In Dolby. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, although it does, because the sound design of this film is impeccable. I loved it. I don't necessarily know if it is a tighter movie than Get Out was, but I think that obviously Get Out speaks to an experience that I myself have not experienced.
You mean
whereas
replacing brains with other brains, and
but you know what I mean, like the all of the racial overtones and elements that are playing to the story. That's something that I cannot relate to. Nope is way more of a straightforward sci-fi film. It is a fantastic alien invasion film. It also the theme that it's playing with is humanity's obsession with spectacle and always chasing chasing fame. So I thought that was something like it was definitely like way more relevant to me. And yeah, I thought it was incredible. I think that this is one of the best movies I've seen. The only other movie I can think this year that kind of competes with it is Everything Everywhere All at Once. I fucking loved it, and it's at moments really hard. I would say overall it's his least scary film. It's way more of like a sci-fi film, but there are moments that are horrifying. And I think that the story goes in some really interesting places. And his best shot film, like an actual cinematic spectacle. I hope you don't have it ruined for you, but there are a couple of shots in here that are like homages to other things in media, and it's fucking fantastic. I highly recommend it. I'm seeing it again this weekend because it's shot entirely in IMAX, and I wanted to go see it in IMAX, so I'm going to go see it in IMAX. Cannot recommend Nope enough. Either of you have any interest in this film?
Nope.
There you go.
I see what you did there. I'll probably watch it eventually when it's on something. I'm gonna have to wait. I'm not going to the movie theater that much anymore.
Yeah,
so.
I can't go to the movie theater, so I will be waiting. I guess I could.
Do you want me to invite? Do you want to come this Do you want to come this Sunday? Like, I'm legitimately inviting you to come see it.
If you had invited me any other Sunday, I would have said yes. But I have the baby all day because Brittany's going to a baby shower on the one Sunday she actually has plans. So I have the baby.
Maybe I'll move plans because I'd love to hear your reaction. I'll think about it. I'll check out my schedule. Anyway, so saw Nope. Also, Dan, you were invited this Sunday.
Wow, I love being.
Yeah, I was gonna say what.
It was a mutual invitation.
Didn't seem mutual to me.
I took it as an invitation about this originally. I'm trying not to spend any money because I have to save for this trip I'm taking next week.
Whoa, where are you going?
Chicago and Milwaukee.
He's doing the Mafia 2 tour.
He's doing
Mafia 1. Mafia 1.
Oh, Mafia 1 is Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Did you say while I was
Louisiana
getting water?
eventually.
I actually looked up like they have Mafia tours there, and I was like, oh, that'd be cool. Like, how much would it be to go on that?
Like
it's like
$1,000
to have them parade you around the city and show you mob shit.
What?
Fuck that.
off.
Yeah, they make you pay $1,000 because then they're like, okay, well, if they can pay that for the Mafia tour, then we can kidnap them and like
it's a shakedown, man.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Actually, I can't. The funny that you bring up the Mafia thing because I was
Italian.
No, I was watching these YouTube. Yeah, but I was watching these YouTube videos by Michael Francis, who was former Mafia, made man in the Colombo crime family. He has a bunch of videos on YouTube, and he has debunking these certain Mafia myths or confirming these Mafia myths. Anyway, he was talking about how Capone was in the to the public. Capone seems like this big time Mafia guy, famous, blah blah blah. In the Mafia, he's like a loser. They drove him out of New York. That's why he was in Chicago.
Well,
because they drove him out of New York.
Say that about him now.
That's true. That's true. And what's funny is that he kept saying people think you see the pictures of him, you think he's 40, 50 years old. He's late 20s.
Yeah. Well, in all fairness, people back then looked fucking ancient when they were in their fucking 20s and 30s.
I don't know if you've seen
because they lived horribly.
Yeah, there's a Vsauce YouTube video on why people look older in the past, older for their
malnourished age. As much as you could malnourish.
It's it has to do with it has to do with genetics and hairstyle. Just
Hairstyles
style,
especially.
just
Hairstyle.
style, just the way that they dressed and were.
Interesting. So I played a couple of things this last week. Brooke and I beat Cuphead. Fought the devil, beat him.
Wow.
Only 9% of people on Xbox have beat that game. That
Right.
have played it and have beat it. Because we got diamond achievements for every. Because you can not fight the devil by saying here are the soul contracts, and it just skips to credits. We got a diamond achievement for that, and then it was the same percentage of people that got that achievement that ended up also getting the devil achievement. So no
You fed
one's
the
even
robot
gotten to
devil?
the end. No, there's no robot devil. No robot devil.
That sucks.
But yeah, so I was very surprised to hear that like diamond ping. I was like, this game's been out 5 years. There's no way. But yeah, so we beat that. We're gonna start. Well, we kind of started the Miss Chalice DLC, but she plays very differently to the other two, so it's something we're gonna have to get used to. We didn't really we fought the first boss, and I was like, we need more time. Yes, we did get the DLC Wolf's Law, picked that up. That's kind of why we jumped back in, because I was like, I do want to play the new DLC. Never finished it. But yeah, we finished it. Very close to finishing Realm Reborn, the Final Fantasy XIV first campaign. The story is getting good. I'm not telling either of you guys to play because I think you'd both really hate it, but I think there are elements of the story that you would really enjoy. That are like surprisingly good. And then obviously, I mean, not obviously if you don't know anything about Final Fantasy 14, but everyone loves the additional content they release next. Like it just gets way better because they were able to like do proper cutscenes. There's actual voice acting and all this because they didn't like build them in 2 years in a rush to fix the original MMO. So very excited to get stuck into those. And I've played little multiverses.
How was that last night?
So legitimate. So I've had
boy.
No. I've had very low expectations for this game because it just
All right.
all the gameplay I was looking at I was like, this doesn't look like anything's really sticking. Like it doesn't look like there's any weight behind anything. It's a lot more fun to play than it is watching it. And then on top of that, it's got some interesting. So I don't know if you know, but there are classes. So there are like
I'm
four.
out.
There's too much going on already.
Nope. Nope. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So there are
Mm-mm.
there are classes. There's like bruiser. There's like a defense class, and then there are perks per character as well. That like, oh, if you unlock this, you can do a triple jump and stuff.
No.
So there is like an imbalance. Which at first I was the same reaction of like, doesn't this defeat the whole point? But
Right.
the whole idea is that this is meant to be played not solo. It's meant to be played with other people because, for example, there's this character Rain Dog, right? This character they made for the game, and it has this ability where it has like a tether that it can shoot out. So if like Dan and I were playing and Dan fell off the ledge, I could shoot this tether and like snap him back up. And there's other things that like I think, like for example, if there are walls on the side of the platform, and you fall off, you can just like wall hop your way back up, so you're not having to like do the special and get back up. Like recoveries and stuff are a little easier. And then yeah, the combo moves and how the characters all interact. It's definitely not like as tight a game as Smash is, and like
Then forget it.
well, there you go. But it was fun to play. The characters are fun. It's obviously fun to hear. It's fun to hear all of the dialogue because they're all like speaking about the other characters. So like Batman was fighting Shaggy, and Batman was like, "Take that, you hippie," or something like that. And then
As Batman says all the time.
Arya made a joke about Superman. She was like, "You're not as big as the mountain." Which I thought was really good. So there's like fun like little things like that. I think the worlds and like the look of it and the music is fantastic as well, but not as good as Smash because Smash has all these amazing tracks. So yeah, so that was it for playing games for me.
All right.
Be honest, you didn't really sell me on multi. I don't know about it.
Well, I mean, I told you what is special about it, and it sounds like you don't like it. So there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, it is free, so there's no barrier to entry there.
Tuna's very particular about his fighting games and his barbers.
That's right.
Yes, they can't be neither of them could be MAGA focused.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Anything else, lads? Or should we?
No. Let's move on
into the news. So there's been a lot of news this week.
How's there?
There has. So there is supposedly a Black Panther video game coming out.
Okay.
Did either of you play Lord of the Rings: Shadow of Mordor or its sequel Shadow of War?
No.
I played Shadow. I played the first one.
Okay.
I did not like it.
You did not like the first.
I did
Shadow
not
of
like it
Mordor,
at all.
okay.
I thought that it was.
Okay.
I thought that it was. I mean, unless I was playing it wrong, like I didn't understand what I was even supposed to be doing, and I died. And then
You didn't even know it's just like a pretty basic.
Yeah, I think it was
open
too.
world game.
Honestly, I think it was too basic. Like it just
Okay.
seemed like I was just going around and killing people and fighting my rival, whatever the hell thing, and
Okay.
it's kind of boring. Honestly, it's kind of bored.
So it's not necessarily coming from that studio, but it is coming from a new studio that is being helmed by the lead director on those games. It is going to.
Fault it was.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
It will be open world and single player. It is being published by Electronic Arts, which is a lot of people are like, oh, don't know about that. However, they apparently are putting their money behind it and going after it because they saw so much success with Jedi Fallen Order that they're thinking, oh, maybe just trying to make everything live service was a huge mistake and that we have paid dearly for it, and we should go back to making some great single-player games. And so this is their answer as a Black Panther open-world game. The rumor, which is interesting, or not rumor, but the detail that we're lacking is whether you will play as T'Challa. The details that have come out from Jeff Grubb, who is the one that leaked this, said that he's not necessarily sure if you will. You might just be playing like someone in the lineage. A Black Panther, because the game opens with the death of the previous Black Panther, and you are becoming the new Black Panther.
I assume every time there's a changeover in Black Panthers, it's because of death, isn't it?
Yes, but it's not like you have been the Black Panther. Like it's an origin story.
So it's at the very beginning of it.
Yes, and we don't necessarily know whether it will be T'Challa. I think it will be. I think they're just going to do that. But it would be cool if like maybe it was like set like the first or one of the first Black Panthers, or if it was a future thing, like you are the son of T'Challa or like the grandson, and it's been in the future, and there's like new characters and stuff. I think that'd be pretty cool. Game won't be coming out for a while. It's in very early development, but Black Panther video game. Does that do anything for either of you?
Maybe. I didn't play Spider-Man, so
it does no more or less than Spider-Man.
Oh my God, you haven't played Spider-Man, dude?
No.
Tuna, you got to. That is one that you have to. Put it at the top because it's a quickie.
Tuna, forget raising Avery.
It's a quickie.
Forget raising the baby.
Right, forget the baby. And work.
I'll put it this way, Tuna. So I don't have the platinum. I think I've talked about this, where there's been a bug where the last achievement hasn't
talked
popped.
About this bug.
But in theory, I have it, and it's the only game where I've done 100%. Right? So that should tell you. You know me. I don't finish fucking games.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I got it. Yeah. Okay. All
right. Cool. A game that you will be into, Tuna. We got a lot of Assassin's Creed details.
Ooh.
So we've got a couple.
The name of the game.
We've got a couple of things here. So if you remember, Assassin's Creed Infinity is the name of the banner of content going forward. It's not going to be live service, but it will be a branding name that houses the future of Assassin's Creed. So
Right.
there's a potential that it might just be like a single game download that you are adding new content to.
So expect like a Halo-like feel to it, where they just will never actually get the content to you.
Right.
Well, to be fair, there is no multiplayer component, so you don't have to worry
To
about
be
that.
fair,
But the next Assassin's Creed game might interest you.
it will be in China.
It'll be set in Baghdad.
Oh.
We're going back to the Middle East, which was
Going back to
the
Middle
setting,
East, yeah.
the setting of the first game.
Right. Yeah.
It will supposedly be a very small game.
What?
So it might be like
All
a
the people are gonna
$30,
be short.
$40 experience.
Wait, what? Why?
So this was apparently originally an expansion to Valhalla that has grown in production and scope, and they're going to release as a standalone title, but it will be smaller. It won't mean that we're far out from another. This is just kind of like a stopgap between us and the next big Assassin's Creed, which is called Project Red, and that
Russia.
might be sent in Asia. Russia, it would be good with the red.
Well, I was thinking.
The Red Army.
Yeah. So that will Project Red Rift will kind of be a stopgap, and then Project Red will kind of begin the Infinity Assassin's Creed stuff. It's supposedly set in Asia. Jeff Grubb, who leaked the Black Panther info, said it might be set in China. We might finally get that. Japan. We might finally get that Japanese Assassin's Creed game that we've always wanted.
Still think Odyssey was the best one.
Either way, we will see new Assassin's Creed stuff in September to celebrate the 15th anniversary of the franchise. And they've officially said September. We are announcing future projects, so we don't have to wait too long. Anything, they're doing it for you.
Yeah. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
What do you think about the smaller
Yeah,
Assassin's
I'm not.
Creed?
I don't know. I'll just stay hopeful for that. I won't expect a lot from it, but
I mean, wouldn't it be nice to play an Assassin's Creed game that doesn't take you 100 hours to do everything, and you can just
maybe. But like Odyssey, I loved doing it.
right?
Valhalla, I hated doing it. So I don't know. Like, I don't know if what ended up happening with Valhalla was the rewards didn't match the effort that I put into it. And it eventually just became too easy. And then Odyssey to me felt like, I don't know, Odyssey felt like very different to me getting everything in that game compared to Valhalla. Valhalla really felt like a checklist.
Which is very interesting because it doesn't direct you nearly as much, right? You've got the wealth and the...
No, that's pretty direct. What do you mean?
So in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, it would be like, here is an icon on the map, and you know exactly what it is. And it is a fight, or it is a chest, or it is this, that, and the other. Whereas in Valhalla, it's like, here are these colored dots, and there's 3 different colors, and they each are like, wealth is gold.
All right.
Like, so there's less.
Okay.
A
So
bit
I'll
more
address
mystery
that.
to it. Mhm.
The less, so Valhalla had the mystery, but the reward at almost every single one was garbage. Like, every gold thing that you could get was garbage. Except for getting
armor
Thor's
stuff.
hammer was really cool, but it was end game. So it was like, all right, who cares? Like,
Right.
I'm never going to use it because I'm done with this game now.
Right.
The blue dots and the white dots also.
Those were some fun side stories.
Some of them were fun,
Yeah.
but some of them, when I got to them, I was like, this is boring. It was too much. It was too littered. That's just my take. There it is.
Dan, is a smaller Assassin's Creed excite you? I feel like you're not one
No,
to usually
the
jump
size
into
of the
these.
game doesn't really matter. I like
Okay.
the problem with those games is I'll play them and I'll enjoy it for like an hour or two, and then I'll just get frustrated and never care again. So for me, saying I'm going to play it is just a lie. I'll try it out, and then I'll be like, okay,
There you go.
I'll come back to this at some
I
point.
mean, I was
and then some
hoping
point
that
will
you
never
would.
happen.
I was hoping that you would commit right here. We'd enter you into a binding contract on committing to playing the next Assassin's Creed. But
I mean, I know me, and I won't play enough of it to count as playing the game. Hiccups.
We got a game that you guys probably will both play, I imagine. GTA 6, is that something that excites you, tickles your fancy?
I think we talked about this last week. How I'm not allowing myself to buy this next GTA game because I play them. I play them for all of like 3 hours, and then
Really?
I
You
never
never
again.
get sucked in?
No.
Oh, really?
I get sucked in, so I'm
Tuna
bummed.
and Chris fucking love the game. They play all the time. It never. I bought 5. I was excited about 5. And I probably played an
How
hour
many
and a half of
times
it.
did you buy 5?
I only bought it the once
it's
I didn't.
okay, right.
Yeah.
You didn't go for it past that. So a bunch of details have leaked. Probably the biggest amount of information we've got in one sitting. For a GTA 6. Wolf's Law in the chat says he'll buy you the next game, Dan, so you can test.
I mean,
it out.
if he wants to waste his money, that's his choice.
Yeah, so this is the most details. This comes from Jason Schreier at Bloomberg, so probably very, very accurate. Basically, it spins out of the fact that there's been a huge culture change. Morale at Rockstar is higher than ever, thanks to the last few years of them having to kind of fix their toxic culture. However, that shift has meant that obviously production on the game has slowed down considerably because now they're not like forcing people to work 100 hours a week and all of that, which has led to like some, anytime there's a huge overhaul like this. So it's good that there's been an overhaul, but obviously for the development of the game, it means that there's been a bit of slowdown. That being said, we have the details are that it will be set in Vice City. Originally, the code name for the game is Project Americas, and the original pitch was that it would cover huge swaths of both North and South America. Obviously, that sounds very ambitious, and it was
too ambitious.
a little too ambitious, so it was scaled down. It is going to be Vice City. It will still be one of the biggest maps in a Grand Theft Auto. It will apparently have more interiors than any previous Grand Theft Auto.
That's what you want to say. I don't care about I don't care how big the fucking map is.
Tuna
If I can't
likes
go,
insides.
if I can't go in the building, like that was so that was so.
You would run up to a
disappointing.
building and the door is just like stuck, and it's just a
It's
all
like,
the
oh,
windows
it's just
are
a wall.
reflection. It's just a mirror.
The amount of times that you went up to a building in 4 and 5, and it was just
both.
nothing.
Honestly. Yeah.
It was just like, then what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I'm totally with you. Tuna, did you ever play The Division? Specifically
Negative.
the second one?
Negative,
So
Ghost Rider.
that game is very impressive. Division 2 is very impressive because you can go in almost any building and it's all like unique layouts. The kind of scope and size of that game is very fucking cool. And hopefully we see something like that with GTA. And I'm with you. I would much prefer, if I could have it my way, smaller map, more interiors if we have to make that choice.
Sure.
That being said, it apparently will be getting, obviously GTA got online updates, but there was never any content updates for single-player GTA. Seems like that might be different with GTA 6 because they will be adding additional cities and missions. So eventually we might get this Project Americas. They'll probably bring in San Andreas from 5 or Los Santos, and then Liberty City, which is the area from 4. You will play as a woman for the first time in a Grand Theft Auto game. They will be Latina, and they will be a part of a pair of leads that are inspired by Bonnie and Clyde. So it's going to be seemingly maybe a love story, which would be very cool. Have you seen the film? It's a very good film.
Yeah.
The film is based on people, right?
And also the fact that
Wait, only 2 main characters instead of 3?
So from everything that I've read and understood, you will only play as one of them. There won't be any character shifting like 5.
Oh, okay.
But the other lead will be like have as much screen time seemingly, or whatever, as the main character. But maybe there is switching, but there hasn't been any confirmation on that. Which would be cool. I like that movie. I like the idea of it. And then the other thing that they've talked about is like it being a bit more mature. Talking about how.
What does that mean?
So they're not. So they talked about how they've been struggling to satirize America because we're already living in a parody. And so that there's going to be a little bit of a tonal shift for this. They won't be punching down on people as much as they have been. I mean, those are the details. There's nothing really more than that. We'll have to wait and see. In terms of release date, the current internal projections that they are doing is fiscal year 2024, so that's April 2023 to March 2024, which is sooner, I think, than a lot of people were expecting. Some of the developers are saying they're not going to hit that. They wouldn't expect it to release until late 2024. That being said, that's still much earlier than I thought we were going to get this. I was thinking 2025 at the earliest, but it is some of the Geo on Twitter was saying it's never going to hit that. I mean, I would usually say that, but these are the developers that are working on the game that are saying that it could potentially release in 2024. And usually when we hear about delays and stuff, you hear the fact like whatever the eventual date is for the release, that is when the developers say it should come out, or like even later sometimes. So I guess we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's a ton of info. Dan, does that sound like the GTA game that's going to get you to play?
No. Just, I mean, the last one sounded like it was going to get me to play, and it's not the kind of game I end up playing. That's just
I thought the last one was great.
Again, you and Chris loved it. That's fine. I
it's
just
gonna be fun.
In my free time, I'm never going to be like, I'm playing this now. It just doesn't happen.
It's fine.
There we go. Well,
not that I had that much free time most of the year, but
me and Tuna will run around.
Right now, I do.
It's fun. It's so much fun to run around and shit. It's great.
A game that you won't be playing for a long time, Knights of the Old Republic remake got an indefinite delay.
Yep.
Coming from Aspire Media, who have worked on Star Wars before, but they basically make ports. And I understand this is a remake, but like this is a big
Another
fucking
one
game.
bites the dust.
Apparently, they presented to partners. I'm assuming that's Disney, showing a vertical slice of the game. And after that happened, the project has been put on delayed. The company is going to move on to other things. Aspire thinks that Saber Interactive, who is another... So Embracer Group owns both Aspire and Saber. Saber was brought on to help with development.
Doesn't Saber make printers?
No, that is from The Office. Saber has been brought on to help with production. Developers at Aspire think that Saber is now just going to take over development of this. But that's a real shame because I was really looking forward to this one. I've never played KOTOR, and I was really looking forward to this as an opportunity to play a modern version of it. But sounds like I might just have to go play the OG.
Sounds like you got to do it.
Have either of you played it?
No, I tried. It was too big of a game for me when I started playing, and I was like, I'm not ready for this.
Dan?
No, I just never played it. I don't have a well thought out reason. I just never did.
There you go. I mean, it was one of the games that made Xbox.
Yeah, I think I was just into Halo at the time, and that was like the focus and sports games in Halo, and that was pretty much it. So I never really played anything else. I remember it being out, if that helps.
I remember it existing. Yeah. So there you go. So there's that. A couple more things here. PS5 getting folders. There you go. Unfortunately,
thank God.
Unfortunately, they exist in the game library. They're like not on the main screen. You have to go to your game library, and they exist there.
I have not used the game library in the entirety of me owning my PS5.
I just go there to like download things that I've purchased before. But yeah, I mean, you can just do that from the store on the main page or whatever.
That's what I do. It's actually hilarious.
There you go.
They're fixing a problem that doesn't exist.
So yeah, it's unfortunate. Now this update is in beta. Apparently, the full update with folders will be rolling out later this year. Hopefully, they get enough feedback for them to fix it and put it on the main screen. But it's disappointing to hear that. So who knows? We'll see. There's a couple of other things in there, like support for 1440p. If you have a 1440p monitor, I know neither of you care about that, but that is a huge thing for people using PC monitors. And then Mario Kart 8's second wave of DLC is coming out at the end of next week. It will have a bunch of original tracks. Let me list them for you, actually, and you guys can let me know if you have any memes. And before that, they are going to be making a new track for the DLC, which is kind of nuts. Although part of me thinks they built it for their mobile game, and we're like, "Fuck it, let's just stick it in." Stick it in here. It's called Sunday Surprise, I think, or something like that. Let me pull.
The old Sunday Surprise.
Oh,
Euphemism for a
little Sunday Surprise
Ice cream.
Here we go. Okay. Sky High Sunday is what it's called.
That feels like an edible.
That old classic.
Sunday.
So that's a brand new course. It's part of the Propeller Cup, which is the second cup in the Wave 2 DLC. We've got Mushroom Gorge from Mario Kart Wii.
Okay.
All right.
Not many memes.
We have Snowland from Mario Kart on the Game Boy Advance, which is Super Circuit.
I
remember
play
playing
that
the game. I don't remember any of the maps.
I don't remember this map.
So, the snow one, it's literally just called Snowland. So
Snowland,
I put that together.
And then Sydney Sprint, which is a Mario Kart Tour track. And then the other one is the Turnip Cup. That includes Waluigi Pinball. That is a Mario Kart DS track. We have Calamari Desert, which is on Mario Kart 64, which you guys will probably be very familiar with.
Kidding
I was
me?
playing that a couple episodes ago.
Is that
Calamari?
Is that good? Is that a goodie?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's got the train. You can check out inside the tunnel.
Yeah.
Get lost in there never helps.
We have Mario Kart Circuit 3 from Super Mario Kart on the Super NES. I don't think either of you played that one, right?
No, a little too old for me.
And then
I didn't have a SNES.
New York Minute, which is obviously set in New York City. That's another Mario Kart.
Isn't that a
track.
Olsen Twins movie?
I actually think it might be.
Yeah.
I actually think that you are correct, Dan. Let's Google that. New York Minute. Olsen.
I don't know why this reminded me of that, but I saw there was a TikTok about the Parent Trap, and there's this guy who's like a dad now showing it to his kid.
It
going
is.
with Lindsay Lohan, and he's like, "Those are the worst parents ever.
Mm-hmm.
They got divorced and they split the kids up like it was just like part of like splitting the fucking debt, and then they never even told them about each other. They don't care. They told Butler.
I can't believe how in 2004 this movie, like the cover of this movie, looks quite crazy.
I think it's playing this weekend on ABC Family.
There you go.
Or Fox Family, whatever it was at the time. They used to play those fucking movies nonstop. The Olsen Twins movies.
Wow. And that's it for the news. Don't have anything else. Tuna, you got a complaint?
Do you want to do what we did last time and you guys pick a number?
Yeah, he's got his book of complaints.
Oh, it's back. It's back, ladies and gents.
We don't know which ones he did or didn't do, but
okay,
we're going back enough that we don't remember.
What's the totality of the numbers?
It's 1 to 245. I will say I'm pretty sure this is a complaint that I've already used, and I'm pretty sure is in this list. But we took my daughter to the pool over the weekend, and there's nothing that pisses me off more than people who hang out at the stairs and on the stairs when you're trying to just walk into the pool. That pisses me off. Get the fuck out of the way. Like, it's not the hangout. Okay. So pick a number between 1 and 245.
6. No, I'm not going to do 6.
6? You want to go with 6?
I mean, it's an oldie.
6, an oldie but a goodie. Let's do it.
All right, slow people in the grocery store. There should be an appointment. Jesus. There should be an appointment for Dunkin' Donuts that plots out the best, DD? I don't know what I said. There should be an appointment for DD that plots out the best, most efficient course for you to take to gather your items based on the routes of other people. People have lists, not out of the ordinary to have them go in the store with a plotted course for those items.
I mean, I like that.
Wow.
I do.
I don't know how it's fucking possible to ever have that done, and also takes out the whole thing of them putting shit on the shelves just so you might see it and be like, oh, I want to buy that now.
Yeah, they would never build it for you.
Amazon might.
Did they?
Amazon might.
This
they
this
have
idea's been
that.
floating around for like 5 years.
Have you guys used that? The store, the Go store?
No, but it did just open up.
My mom went today. She was telling me about it.
Oh,
Was
And
it,
I asked her, I
was
was
it a
like,
good
did you-
experience or no?
I asked her, I was like, did you use like the scan in and then just walk out? She was like, yeah, it was a little weird.
that's the
That
only
was
way you
fine,
can
yeah.
use it. I don't think that.
No, there's a register.
There's registers.
Because some people don't trust it.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Some
I
people are
thought you
afraid they're
had
going to
to-
accidentally get free food.
Right.
Yeah, like fucking Jeff Bezos over here, like watching through every camera.
Yeah.
All right, Tuna, and then we do have a request from Wolf's Law in the chat for another complaint. He wants to hear complaint 117, obviously a reference to our boy John.
117. Yeah, all right.
Complete
117.
117. I hate that every time 117 gets said, it's always about Halo.
It's the Halo number.
Oh, this is no child under the age of 16 should be allowed to sit by themselves on a plane. You need a parent sitting with you. Kid about 12 on the plane got very antsy and the parents weren't around. Very annoying, jostling in his seat.
I remember the word jostling from this complaint.
Yeah.
He remembered. Dan remembers his complaint because the word.
I
This
remember
is
airplanes
this is
and
around the
jostling
time. This
being a
is
thing.
definitely
That is
around the time
amazing.
that Brittany and I went to London.
Got it. Yeah, that that
Most people get
makes
inspired to write
because the
actual
very
literature when they go to London. Tuna started writing a complaint book.
Then because the next two complaints are about the same thing. So the next one is no opening window blinds on a plane. It's so rude. The light shines in your face. There's nothing to see. Why are you opening the window? And then the other one is no infants on a plane. Maybe put them all in a separate section called the infant section where they can cry and cry and cry and not bother me. You got the upper class, the premium, first class, economy, infants. Oh, and the next one too. Paying for Wi-Fi on a flight? Fuck that.
Let's just go
Enough.
through all of them.
That's it. That's all I got. That's it for the planes.
I can't
go.
see any emails from anyone, but you can send us an email at unrankedpodcast.com.
You can also call in. I think what we want. What's the fucking number?
It's like 1-800-RETUNIA. Yeah.
Yeah,
The number,
1-800.
the,
RETU.
Tuna was about to go off the cuff without any idea there. It is in the description. It is in the show notes there. Go check those out. Go check out all the other links there. Come join the Discord. It's a fun time. And then come check out the Patreon and be live here with the Wolf. Oh! Okay, well, if we've got no mail, we've done complaints, then it is time for Dan's terrible game.
I have a couple possible names for this game. I haven't decided on one yet.
Okay.
All right.
Let's I'm gonna go with Muffled Mysteries for now. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Okay.
So here's what the game is.
Uh-huh.
And I came up with this earlier. It is not what's it called? A good idea.
Oh
It's not
God.
So
What's it
I am
called?
going
A good
to
idea.
place an item that is not so like this is kind of like you get 5 questions each to try to guess what it is that is in my mouth. Now, these are all items that would not normally be in my mouth. These are not tricks. It's not like air,
Okay.
saliva. Those will not be answers. Teeth.
They're a
always in my mouth. Doesn't
physical.
count.
There's
Things
a
that will not
physical
naturally
item.
be in one's mouth. They are all choking hazards, so I do have to say
Okay,
Don't
so it's
do
not
this
edible.
If you are a young child, they could be edible. They could still be
Okay.
choking hazards.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm gonna put my hand in front of the screen, place a thing in my mouth, and then answer questions with that thing in my mouth.
Oh, man, this is actually pretty good. I bet you.
So here we go.
I bet you this is not going to go as poorly as you think it will. This is going to be fun,
Yeah, no,
unless
this
you
is
choke
good.
and
All right, I got a
die.
thing in my mouth.
It's
All right,
already in your mouth.
So I get some questions.
Is it round?
Yes.
Is it a marble?
No.
Okay.
Take turns, maybe.
Is it spherical?
No.
Okay.
Is
so
it
it's
a-
like a disc?
Is
It's like a
it
disc.
currency?
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, now he is kind of struggling here, so it's got to be a big one. So I'm guessing it's a quarter.
That is correct.
Hey,
It is a quarter.
There you go. He was struggling. I was like, it's not a penny.
I
Right.
actually did make a last-second decision to take the quarter instead of a smaller coin. So.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Let's do item number 2. Let's cover it up.
Cover it up.
Lest we cheat.
Right.
All right.
All right.
Ooh, he's
I
already
liked.
able to.
I'll go first because Tuna kind of was at a disadvantage there. I feel like shape though is the good way to go. Is it round? Either
It's
disc
rounded.
or
Rounded.
It's not round all the way.
It's not round all the way.
Go ahead, Tunes.
Is it? Is it electronic?
No.
Okay.
Is it a dice of some kind?
Ooh.
No, it's not dice.
Okay.
Not dice. Okay. Is it food?
Mm-mm. No.
It's rounded. It's not electronic.
I was thinking maybe grape is what he had in his
Oh,
mouth.
that was pretty good. Yeah, but a grape is round. I wouldn't describe it as
Rounded. It's rounded.
No.
I would describe a grape as round, but
I would too.
Not a green grape. Those are oblong.
is it? That has to go on the fucking record. Do I have a fetish? Not a green grape. Those are oblong. Oh my god, that was so, and it was clean too. Neither of us was speaking, so we could easily pull it. Is it something, Dan,
Make
that
him
if
laugh, he's gonna choke.
he's gonna crush whatever it is? Is it something, Dan, that would deteriorate over time if it remained in your mouth?
Not a reasonable
I'm
amount.
not talking about thousands of years
No,
with the
then no.
penny. Okay.
Is it a cap? Is it a cap of some kind?
Oh, I like that.
Like a bottle cap?
No.
No. Okay.
Smooth?
Yeah.
I mean, this is pretty easy. I feel like he's speaking very easily.
I don't know. I think he's just he's taking a moment before every word he's saying, so he's kind of having
I want to make sure I get the right thing.
Okay.
Is it something?
He said it's smooth. Okay.
Smooth.
Rounded.
Yeah.
Affordable. Oh, sorry, Tuna. Go ahead.
Is it a paperclip?
No.
I like that. Is it affordable? Is it an affordable item? Okay.
Why wouldn't it?
I don't know. I thought it could be like a rare.
gemstone.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it used? Is it part of something? Is it a smaller piece of something?
Oh.
No, this is the entire thing.
This is the entire thing.
Not a green grape. Those are oblong.
I think we're nearing like the limit, but
Okay. Let's get
Right.
one question in each left.
Today.
Yeah, today, Junior.
I was thinking maybe he had a Lego in his mouth.
Oh, Lego's good. Lego's good. Is it a Lego?
No, because he said it wasn't part of a building thing.
Oh, right.
Is it? But it's not part. It's the whole thing.
Nothing but the thing.
Is it a ring?
no.
All right, then what is it?
It is it's a
Oh,
nice card.
no fucking way would I have
Oh,
ever.
that
round, kind
feels
of.
like it's cheating.
Yeah.
It's smooth,
For-
but it's round, kind of.
For listeners
Yeah.
at home, it was a mouth guard.
So yeah, I had to wash that. That's why I ran away
Damn.
before we started the episode.
Oh.
Amazing.
I do not wear it enough, as my dentist tells me to.
Right.
Because I have the really stupid and really unrealistic fear that while I'm sleeping, it will just fall into my throat and I'll
Fall
choke
in your
on it.
throat and you'll die. Yep.
All right, so let's get. There's 5 items.
Reasonable.
So we're two in so far.
How many are there?
There's 3 more.
Oh, okay.
Give me 1, 2, or 3. I have them in an order.
2.
Okay. All right.
Oh, this one's taking up a lot. This one's taking up a lot of real estate. Is-
That is not a green grape.
That is not a green grape. Is it edible? Is it food?
Yeah. Well,
It is.
It's edible. It's edible.
It's edible. It's edible. So it will. Oh, sorry, Tom.
No, yeah. Are you like struggling to for it to retain its shape in your mouth right now, or is it like
Okay.
you're good? You're
I'm sorry. What was that?
It had a shape.
It has a shape. Is it typically food that you would eat for dessert?
No.
No. Oh, because I was going to go with marshmallows. My next thing.
I wish.
Oh, is it solid, or is
Yeah.
it liquid?
Well, solid.
Solid-ish.
No, solid.
Okay.
I mean, once it's digested, I guess it's liquid. But
Is it? I mean, are you playing, Tom, or what's going on here?
I'm thinking.
Okay. I mean, let's go.
Okay. Is it a fruit?
I knew you were going to say
no,
fruit.
it's not fruit.
I knew you were going to say fruit. Is it? Have you taken a bite of something, or is
I
the
have
whole
not.
thing in your mouth?
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
Is it a dessert or like a sweet?
I already asked. I said.
It's not a sweet.
I said, is it anything with dessert? He said no.
Okay. I will go.
Is
again.
it a cold cut?
No. You're good ideas.
Right, for next time. Is it a condiment?
No.
Okay.
Wolf, we already kind of asked that. So
What is Wolf?
Wolf asked, would it melt in your mouth over time, or would it stay solid?
It would melt.
It will melt.
Mhm.
But it is not dessert.
No.
Is it?
Yeah, but
are
melt
you putting
is not.
are you putting candy in dessert?
Well, that's what I was
It's
trying to
not
go
candy.
for with mine. I
It's
was
not
like, is
candy.
it sweet?
It's not candy. Is it a vegetable?
No.
You act as if like it's ridiculous.
Well, I know what it is.
So it's not a fruit, it's not a vegetable, it's not dessert, it will melt eventually, but any food is going to melt eventually.
I didn't say it was food. You got food out there. It's edible.
Wolf
what?
asks,
Is it a piece of paper?
No. Well, I'm not counting it, but no. I wouldn't go with paper.
What?
There is paper on it, but it's not the item.
There is paper on it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it what? Is it a container?
The paper is.
Is it gum in a wrapper?
No.
Is Wolf Slow wants to know, is the flavor profile savory?
No. I am starting to get a little bit through the paper, though. Of the taste.
With paper. So there's paper on it, but it's not actually food?
Yes.
Is it a paper towel?
No. No.
No, it's paper on it. It's not.
Mm-hmm. It itself is not paper, the item.
And it's not a container. Oh, the paper is a container.
Yeah, it's not going to.
Is it an envelope?
No. How small mail do you think I have?
It's possible. Was it a box? Is it a matchbox?
No.
Fuck.
It's edible.
Oh yeah. Tommy, ask some questions here. I'm stumped here.
Yeah, I mean, is it
There might not be any paper by the time we're done with this question.
if you swallowed it right now, would that be a problem?
Great, but I probably wouldn't die.
Is it a ketchup packet?
No.
Oh, Dan, that's good. All right, Dan, show us it.
Yeah, I don't know what is it.
It's a Hall's cough drop
Oh,
Fuck, that's good.
in the wrapper.
That's good.
Because did I
That's
make an
good.
executive decision while I was covering the camera to not take it out of the wrapper? Yes. Was it a good decision? No. That goes
See,
straight in
the
garbage.
thing about that is obviously like is deceiving. It's
Well, if you
deceiving.
guys had guessed even mint, I would have given you credit. You said
Mint?
condiment. You said so many things with mint or close to
Yeah.
it, and there's never actually. You had gum. It's not
Yep.
gum.
I know, fucked up.
All right,
I was getting there.
you were.
If I had like another 25 minutes.
All right. One or three. Yes, yeah, I think you used two last time. So
One, please.
doing one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, that's what my.
Oh my god.
is this,
Is it actually food? Food. Not edible. Food.
No.
No.
You were.
Is it a ball?
No.
Is it white?
Hang on, I gotta ask something here,
No
brah.
problem.
All right, fine. Go ahead.
Is it the biggest thing you've put in your mouth so far?
Yeah.
Is it white?
Well, kind of wrong there.
I
No,
saw
no,
it
no.
peeked out a little bit.
I mean, it's.
peeked
I
out.
can see it's white.
The container is, but
That doesn't help. I don't know what you do.
What did you just say? I have no
The
idea what you
container
just
is.
said.
The container is. The container.
Oh, the container is. The container is white.
Is it? Okay. 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 It's shit that he's just grabbing. Oh, is it your
Right.
AirPods?
No, I don't have them. I have AirPods.
Oh,
Oh, that would have been good.
it looked like an AirPods container.
Looked like an AirPod container.
Oh, well,
Yeah. Is it-
Oh, yeah, very much
Is it?
so.
Is it a
No,
golf ball?
I thought it was
Oh.
a golf ball, but it's
Oh, yeah,
not.
I
It's a
thought one.
container.
Where
It's a container.
It's a container.
Wolf guesses egg in the chat, but you said it wasn't food, so
I have
What?
an element to it involved with food, but it's not food.
it has an element to it involving food, but it's not food. Okay, tic tac thing container.
Oh.
Wolf wants to know if it's spherical in nature as opposed to not in its
Not
nature.
in nature. Yeah.
No. I just
Did you say yes
I
or
said no.
no? Okay.
Does it involve paper towels?
No. It shouldn't.
It shouldn't.
Something's gone
It
wrong if you're
shouldn't.
involved in paper towels.
How are you able
Something's
to? Is it dissolving in your mouth right now?
No.
So you've just shifted it.
If you swallowed it, would it be a problem?
Yes, this one would.
This would be a problem. Damn, what the fuck is this? I'm like looking around my.
I
room.
know. I'm like, is it something that you would commonly find in the average American household?
Yeah.
And it's got an element to it as food. Is it a cotton swab? Is it a cotton swab?
Wait,
No.
an element is food. There's a food element. I thought there was
There's a
no.
food element to it, but
Is it?
it itself would not be food by itself.
There's a food element. Okay, so maybe like something to help you eat food. No. Maybe.
Well, I mean, you're on the right track, but not. I wouldn't describe it like that. But yeah,
See, he's got it all the way.
Is it a shot
inside of his
glass?
mouth.
tuna. You've
What?
met me. Can I fit a shot glass in the side of my mouth?
Maybe.
No, it's not.
Can you imagine knowing someone so intimately that you're like, I think I could tell whether they could do that or not?
Yeah.
For reference, this is the average like condiment. I cannot fit this shit in my mouth. So it's something
That's the-
smaller than this.
That's the next thing going in his
That's
fucking
the- yeah,
mouth.
that's the next thing.
This is not on the menu.
It would be so funny if we put
I
that in.
cannot
We're
fit that in my
halfway
mouth.
through questions, and he crunches down and explodes.
Is it a cap to something?
No.
There's a food element, but it itself is not food. So it has to be container. That is the clue that we have to like hone in on here.
Yeah.
So is it a container for food that he can fit in his mouth?
I mean, technically, it's containing something that isn't
Would.
necessarily food, but
Could
so there's a
be.
container around the thing.
There's a
Container.
container around the thing.
Are
I
we
can't
guessing
act-
the container or are we guessing the
You're
thing?
guessing the thing. The thing. I will say this: it was guessed within the last 3 games of this, so
Oh, fuck.
Is it a ketchup packet?
it is a ketchup packet.
Hey! I don't know if that'd be a problem if you saw that. I think you'd be fine.
It was sharp. It was stabbing me in the side of my mouth, so I thought it probably wasn't a good idea if I swallowed it.
Fuck, that was deceptive too. I felt like everything was much bigger. All right, last one. Here we go.
All right.
I was gonna say cover the camera before we
Well, that's
watch
the whole
you.
point of the game, isn't it?
Right.
Otherwise, we're cheating.
All right, go.
Oh, this
Oh,
is
yeah.
tiny. Is it a Lego?
Unless-
I'm gonna get right out the gate.
okay,
Is it a
okay.
Lego?
It is not a Lego.
Okay, or it's either tiny or he immediately shoved it into the back of his mouth to deceive us into thinking that it was tiny.
Ooh. So is it in the side of your mouth right now?
It was. It's shifting.
It's shifting.
Okay,
Is
so
it
it's small.
is it actually food? Edible food?
No part of this is food.
Okay,
No,
is it a
nothing
bottle?
is
Is
good.
it a bottle cap? I like the bottle cap.
It is not a bottle cap.
Is it any kind of cap?
No.
Okay. Is it-
Wolf Slaw
is-
wants to know if it's spherical in nature again. Oh no,
It
that's
is
the
not
same
spherical.
guess.
Not is it a dice?
It is not a dice.
Ooh.
Although that would have been good. I probably should have grabbed a dice.
Yeah. Is it is it another coin?
No.
Is it a paperclip?
No.
Okay. Why are you grabbing your boob?
I was having a scratch.
That wasn't a scratch. That was a full-on cuppage of the boobage.
This is a scratch.
Boobage.
No, that's you were scratching, but when I caught you, you were cupping the boobie.
I was doing this, and then I put my hand like that.
Reminder: if you want to watch these things live, $5 tier. And if you want to see him grab his boob, it's free. Just wait till it's over. The next day it'll be up.
Not a Lego. Not. Is it one of the keys off your keyboard on your Mac?
No. Can you even peel those? I guess you could peel those off. But no, it is
Yeah,
not
you
one of
can
those.
you can take the key off. Wolf Soul wants to know: is it something a normal person might find on a desk?
No.
Is it a toy?
No.
Is it cheap?
It would be.
It would be cheap. Is it something you'd get at a fair?
Not a normal fare. No.
What kind of fair would you?
I mean, I
get it
assume there's all sorts of fairs, but not at one that I would consider a fair.
at? Okay.
That's not where this item would normally be.
Right.
Tom?
Is it? If you swallowed it, would it be a problem?
Honestly, I'm not sure. It's. I mean, I can talk clearly enough. It's not
Oh.
large, so I mean, I don't know, but it wouldn't be great. It definitely wouldn't be great, but it wouldn't kill me. I don't think.
Well, it doesn't kill you, only makes you stronger.
That's not always true. I've lost my
oh,
limbs.
God.
Well, you're stronger now.
Does it work? Does it work with electricity?
Yeah, it's
No.
electronic. Okay.
Does it normally go in your mouth?
No.
Can I buy it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wolf wants to know if it's a part of a larger item.
Yeah, it was
Is it soft or hard?
hard.
Is it made of metal?
Yes.
Oh. Is it something that I would wear?
I'd hope not.
Okay. Okay. Is it the lock on a doorknob?
No. I don't even have a lock for my door.
Is it pointed?
No.
Do you use it to fasten something together?
Yeah, it would be involved in that.
Okay. Do you find it in an office?
Probably. But not like it's not an office supply.
It's not an office supply. Did we is it round? Did we answer this?
It's round.
Okay.
But
Does it
not
have
spherical.
does it have to do with magnets?
No. I suppose it could, but no. I'll go no.
Would you find it in a school?
The same way you'd find it in an office.
Okay. Can you bend it?
That's
Probably.
a good one.
I haven't
Probably.
tried, but probably.
All of these.
So is it
ounces are
flexible?
nebulous.
No, not naturally flexible.
Not naturally.
But it's also probably not. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could probably do it.
If you shoved it
Is-
up your ass, would it be a problem?
You said it was. Is it sharp? Like, could it cut
It's
you?
not sharp.
Can you open or close it?
No.
Is it made of plastic?
You already asked if it was made of metal, and it was.
Oh yeah. Forgot. Is it tubular?
No.
Is it flat?
Yeah.
Is it another
it-
coin?
Is it
It's
another
not a
fucking
coin.
coin?
It's not a coin. Not a coin.
Does it have anything to do with money at all?
I mean, you would pay money to buy them, I guess, but no,
And you said it was not had nothing to do with a magnet, right?
I don't think so. I wouldn't say that.
Damn, I really thought that after our success on the first one, we'd like fly through these, but like.
Well, Tuna's asking all the questions. You gotta get involved.
I know, but Tuna isn't giving me a moment. He's just fucking on a
He's
roll.
firing. He's rapid.
Is
firing.
it a fucking paper
Wolf,
clip?
not a haircut.
Wolf's Law is guessing, is it like a washer?
And Wolf gets the point. It's a little washer.
Oh, wow.
It's
That's
it's
not a
actually a
grape.
washer that-
Those are oblong.
It's actually a washer that came with the microphone. But I don't use
Oh,
that part of
yeah.
it anymore because I don't have it stand up. I have it on the arm. So
Wow.
it just sits on my desk all the time.
Well done, Wolf.
Until I
Holy
put it in the mouth.
shit.
So?
It sits on my desk all the time until I put it in my mouth. What a way. What a way. What a.
So that was
what a game.
that was
What
a
a
game
moment
of
there.
what do I call it? Muffled mysteries or something.
Muffled
like that.
Mysteries, which I liked. I liked it. Well done, Dan. That was great. There you go. That was the first installment of Muffled Mysteries, but probably not the last one. We need to come up with
Also known
something
as
last
"What's in my
minute.
mouth."
Also, yeah, you like when it's a song and it's like the name of the song, but then I have brackets for like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
for like the thing that people know the song by or whatever. Yeah, Wolf's Law in chat says a metal flat object used to hold things together. That was my only guess. And
Yep.
Wolf's Law says it was fascinating. If you would like to play along to the next game of Muffled Mysteries, aka What Is in My
Or
Mouth,
if you'd like to call in and do your own.
you can either
Perfect.
do
I don't
know
you
how
can
that
either
would
call in by
I don't know how
calling
that would
in.
work at all.
Yeah, just be yeah. You can of course go to patreon.com/unranked podcast. $5 a month gets you that. It gets you the bonus episode or bonus post show that we're about to get started here. But for all of you regulars, all of you normies, thank you for hanging out. We hope to see you in the Discord. Go check that out. Come chat with everyone. It's a fun time. Tuna, where can everyone find you?
Tuna Targaryen on PlayStation and Twitter. Tuna Space Targaryen on Xbox.
And Dan.
You can find me at Big Daddy 15 on Twitter, Twitch, and PlayStation, and the Big Daddy 15 on Xbox.
And I'm Great Brit Tom on each and every platform. Thank you so much for hanging out, guys. And until next time, stay unranked. And suck it.
Suck it, suck it, suck it, suck it, suck it, suck it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do a fun thing about like Dan's game.
I was trying to think of it, and then I was like,
Yeah.
fuck it.
but I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I didn't want to
Right, there you
encourage.
I was really, I mean, in the very few